Okay, time to put some breadboardisms on this thing. Also, incidentally, I just figured out that this resistor with high frequency signal on it, it is the pitch. If I touch it, like kinda, act as a resistor with my body, the pitch goes all over the place. So I can replace this resistor for pitch. Yay! I thought it was all hopeless. But there is my savior. Okay, a lot more stuff added. Yeah. 40106. 6 Schmidt triggering inverters. Fantastic chip. Great for oscillators. Just needs a capacitor and a resistor and you have an oscillator. Couldn't be simpler. In this case I've put a potentiometer, this 200k one, over the input and the output of the inverter, and then 2 capacitors on a switch to ground, and that's connected to the input of the inverter, and that's it. So I have an LFO now which I can set the frequency of, and I also can switch to frequency ranges. One low frequency which goes like 0.3 Hz to about 14 Hz, and the other goes from 33 Hz to around 2 kHz. So I have some nice ranges. Now I've been probing around and turns out it's very easy to do pitch modulation on this thing. So this was that resistor that had the high frequency signal on there, and what I did was I have a switch here which either switches to the original resistor, so to the original pitch, or switches this 220 kilo ohm potentiometer here, so I can pitch bend. It doesn't pitch bend down, unfortunately, that's not possible. It can only pitch bend up, but that's still really fun. And it has a really big range, it goes really high. And also there's 2 switches here. One switch to connect the LFO output to the pitch here. And there's 2 modes. There's vibrato, which is really subtle, and there's FM, which just does very extreme frequency modulation, and even to the points where it stops, so you get like this gating effect, which is really cool. The output of the LFO also goes to this switch, which modulates the envelope, which I see now I haven't connected yet, so I'm gonna do that first. I am very smart, yes I am. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not done yet, obviously. I'm gonna put the filter in just a second. I don't know why people don't put filters in circuit bends. Like seriously, 5 components and you have a pretty good sounding resonant filter that you can control with vectorals. So it just frustrates me that someone makes a really cool noise machine, but you have no sound shaping. Like a filter can make so much difference, especially with some resonance. You expand your sound shaping tenfold. But anyways, rant over. Thanks for attending to my TED Talk. I have a thing to demonstrate. Sorry about that. Okay, the volume slider is still a bit iffy. By the way. So, see, pretty normal. This is the piano. So with the envelope settings that I showed in my previous video. So we have attack, decay and release here. Now what I've added is an LFO, which is right here, which can be switched to the envelope or to the pitch. So let's start with the envelope, I guess. Now it does tend to override the actual envelope settings because it, kind of puts a voltage in there. Also makes some interesting clicking noises, kind of like a beat, so that's kind of cool. I also hear that the envelope kind of decays now. Like I put the by the way, this is the depth knob. I need to put an actual knob on there. But putting this really low, you see creates an interesting effect of the envelope decaying, but the LFO pitch also changing. I'm not sure how that happens, but it's a very cool effect actually. So yeah, that was the envelope modulation. Now you have pitch modulation. Which currently is set to vibrato, but you can also set it to FM. And you get this interesting chiptune sounds. Now, if you put the LFO depth all the way up, you actually get a gating effect instead of FM. Because the lower pitch of the FM is so low that it's basically off. Now finally, I'm just gonna turn this off. There. There's also pitch bend. You can combine all these things: FM, envelope modulation, and also the pitch bend, which is this switch right here. Turns it on. Kind of like a classic toy keyboard piano sound here. Okay, so that's the sounds. Of course there's also still the organ sounds, but basically the same happens but with different envelopes, so not much difference there. So now what I want to add is the filter. Okay, well, that's sounding pretty cool already. But there's 3 more things I need to do on this thing, and then it's finished. First of all, the volume of the filter seems a bit loud compared to the unfiltered volume, so I need to put a resistor on the output of this to balance it out a little bit. I also forgot to add an output jack to it, so yeah. Now the third thing is the treble of this potentiometer for the cutoff frequency is it's not very good, because it's like most of the effect is on like this last like 10% or 5% of the potentiometer. And yeah, let's go a little bit crazy with... Okay, so that's done now. I fixed the filter and some other things. I also reconnected the microphone. It's now with a little jack plug. So you can just put it in there or put something else in there. And yeah, let's have some fun. Shall we have some fun? Have some fun. So yeah, that is my square wave piano. I decorated it a little bit, so it looks a little bit less stale. Yeah, this was an interesting impromptu little project. I actually quite enjoying doing this, so I think I'll do it some more in between the big projects. It's a nice distraction, just you know, kind of wank around with destroying the innards of little toys. So yeah, I'll put this up for sale, probably on eBay and on Etsy, probably. I'll wait to see. Links will be in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video, which will probably be about a certain Yamaha keyboard synthesizer thing. Maybe? Who knows? I guess I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.